The court heard how Dellipiani was the boy's neighbour and had allowed him and other children that lived nearby into his home to play video games on the Xbox. On 2 occasions, the then 10-year-old boy went to his house with another child, where the defendant played porn on a screen, on one occasion penetrating the complainant, and on another masturbating the boy and encouraging him to perform fellatio. The sex abuse left the victim suffering panic attacks, and the court heard he'd found it difficult subsequently to form relationships. Dellipiani has denied the charges ever since they were brought, and when convicted back in March, erupted in anger protesting his innocence with his lawyers having to restrain him. Today, Philip Vasquez told the court that since his client's crimes were committed in 2004, the sentences needed to reflect the laws at the time, with each count carrying a maximum of 2 years in prison. When handing down the 6-year punishment, puny judge Karen Magé-Prescott said she had no option but to sentence under the old law. The judge said that although it did not adequately deal with the criminality or seriousness of the offences, she was limited in her sentencing powers, as the crimes were committed before the Crimes Act 2011. If Dellipiani had committed the offences after the 2011 law had been passed, he could have faced a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. The judge told the court it was this leniency that had caused the old 1960 law to be repealed. When explaining the sentence further, Mrs. Justice Magé-Prescott highlighted Dellipiani's lack of remorse, the clear presence of grooming, and the vulnerability of the child who came from a broken home. She described how he likely looked up to the defendant for comfort and affection. The court also heard how Dellipiani's probation officer had assessed the risk of reoffending as moderate to high. As well as a 6-year sentence, Dellipiani has been made the subject of a sexual offences prevention order for up to 10 years, which sees him banned from places children frequent, such as playgrounds or schools.